is TV18. And you're watching CNBC-TV18.
Presented by ICICI Lombard Health Insurance. Journal partner, The Indian Practitioner. Exclusive media partner, Medgate. Magazine partner, Drug Today Medical Times. And Healthcare Executive. On-ground partner, Inox.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Five years ago, in 2010 to be precise, CNBC-TV18 along with ICICI Lombard embarked on a journey to felicitate and recognize India's best healthcare providers. Thus was born the India Healthcare Awards. This award, coveted by every hospital in the country, has almost become the Oscar of India's healthcare sector. And I'm proud to say that in the last 4 years, there have been over 80 winners of this prestigious India Healthcare Awards. Now with the award entering into the 5th year, it struck us that the healthcare fraternity has an even more tough task at hand. This is because today's fast-paced life has given rise to a host of diseases, both communicable and non-communicable. It is alarming to hear every second person around you either suffering from cancer, heart attack or diabetes. Add to that communicable diseases like TB, which are also on the rise. And the prime reason for this rising graph is not only food habits and lifestyle, but unaffordable and inaccessible healthcare facilities. The silver lining in all of this is that India has eradicated polio completely. It is this kind of healthy news that we want to hear more in the coming years. In this curtain raiser episode to India Healthcare Awards, we look at how our lifestyle is impacting our health and find out from experts what should be done to keep the diseases at bay. Take a look.
The Indian cuisine, with its rich mix of spices and condiments, indeed tickles the palate of people across the world. Its aroma, varied ingredients, sheer diversity and ethnic touch have made it a big hit even globally. Back home, Indians view this cuisine these days with a sense of trepidation. Does it have too much of hot spices and flavors? Is it high on calories? Is it too oily? Is it healthy? These are some of the questions the well-heeled classes are asking, and it is not surprising. This is because today's fast-paced life has given rise to a host of diseases, both communicable and non-communicable, especially in urban India. And this has forced us to be cautious and measure the carbohydrates, the proteins and the fat content in whatever we eat. For a country like ours, which has had a long history of diseases like plague, typhoid, polio, TB and HIV, we seem to be adding many more to the dreaded list. India has already emerged as the diabetic capital of the world. Very soon, it'll be the capital for cancer and heart diseases. And the prime reason for this rising graph is not only food habits and lifestyle, but poor healthcare facilities. While India has been successful in eradicating polio, a disease like tuberculosis is on the rise today and almost spinning out of control. India is house to a quarter of the world's TB patients. An estimated 2.3 million new cases are added every year and around 3 lakh people die because of TB. This disease is a massive public health challenge for the government of the day. Why are diseases like TB rising in the 21st century when science seems to have conquered almost everything in the healthcare space? Is it to do with resistance to drug or again lifestyle changes?
Now, a lot of lifestyle changes have come up in this hurried life. People tend not to eat in the morning, rush to work, and I think this nutrition can play a lot of part in developing tuberculosis. Undernourished people not eating well or wanting to remain slim. People sometimes don't realize that, it's not by not eating that you become slim, but it's by right eating and by right exercise. Very often I find that the students and children and people who are going to work or busy housewives compromise on the breakfast. They rush to work and they always say we'll go later on and have. Now, what is important and what I would like to highlight is that when you leave your house on an empty stomach, your food is actually your good armamentarium. If you leave with an empty stomach, there is so much of bacteria outside that they can attack you easily. Whereas if you eat well and go out then this is your resistance. It can fight the germs against you. So this is one cause why the TB germs get to people very easily. Second, I find that people are not very conscious about the civic sense. Eat well before you leave home. Wash your hands properly. Do not touch important areas of the face without washing your hands.
It is rightly said that prevention is better than cure. And one of the most important steps towards prevention is recognizing the symptoms at an early stage.
Just like nature gives us warning signals before an impending storm or before a thundering storm, likewise the body also gives us signals. And I think it's very important to be aware of the body signals. Weight loss, experience chronic fatigue, tiredness, feeling breathless, a constant nagging pain, feeling sleepy all the time. These are all small warning signals which the body tells us that something is going amiss. And it's important to understand yourself and the body and take heed of this and go to the doctor, get it corrected. Hence the importance of preventive and periodic health checkups.
Well, Dr. Shailaja Singh has hit the nail on the head. Many of us shy away from visiting a doctor or live in self-denial when it comes to health issues. This misplaced complacency is what leads to disease taking its toll, health-wise and wealth-wise. Dr. Shailaja Singh's advice on managing your lifestyle and food habits are practical and doable. On that note, time for a short break. When we come back, we talk to experts who will tell us how to take preventive steps against lifestyle diseases. Stay tuned.
छोटे, आपको इनके फ्यूचर के लिए कितना SIP करना चाहिए? इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड में निवेश के लिए राइट सिस्टमैटिक इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान अमाउंट जानना जरूरी है. www.icici-promf.com.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
बेगम, ताजमहल जरूर बनेगा.
मैं नहीं जमती.
जाओ, कहीं से भी ढूंढ के लाओ जमीन. मिल गई जहाँ पना.
प्लॉट्स, ऑफिसेज, फ्लैट सब है 99acres.com पे, जहाँ पना बाबर रोड, हुमायूं रोड, अकबर रोड.
प्रॉपर्टी जो बिकती है पहले ही यहाँ दिखती है. Buy, sell, rent at 99acres.com.
This week Investor Camp is in Noida with the country's finest experts who share their insight on personal finance and investment trends.
A certain length has been traversed in this bull market already. If you are not comfortable with equity, by all means go with debt.
Buy and start early rather than contemplating continuously.
You are in the beginning stages of what will be a multi-year bull market.
Catch Investor Camp Noida only on CNBC-TV18.
Presented by BSE Investors Protection Fund. Co-presented by IIFL, when it's about money. Associate sponsor, an investor education initiative from Deutsche Mutual Fund. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Explore the boulevard of real estate investment in India on Prime Property. Send your queries to primeproperty@network18online.com and get expert views and answers to all your queries on Property Doctor at these times only on CNBC-TV18.
Prime Property, presented by Hindware Italian Collection. Co-presented by indiaproperty.com, the best place to buy new property.
India's biggest challenge for architects is here. QO presents CNBC-TV18's Design Masters, powered by Hindware, bringing together India's finest architects to exchange ideas, engage and compete. To participate, SMS DEG to 51818 or email us at designmasters@network18online.com.
Presented by Kyo, luxury bathware. Powered by Hindware.
Welcome back. Lifestyle diseases are indeed an urban phenomenon. Today's fast-paced life, stress at workplace, high cost of living and pollution have indeed taken a toll on our health. Little wonder you see too many chemist shops dotting all over the city. So what's the way out? India's leading holistic fitness guru Mickey Mehta and nutritionist Suman Agarwal give you some practical tips. Take a look.
Our modern lifestyle is the major cause for today's lifestyle diseases. Problems like obesity, diabetes, depression, malnutrition, hypertension, chronic backaches are affecting men and women equally. In diabetes, India is second only to China with a total of 62.4 million persons aged between 20 and 79 years suffering from it. Add to this another 77.2 million people who are border cases. What's frightening is that this number is expected to increase to 101.2 million by 2030. This silent killer has taken its toll. In 2012, about 1 million people died from diabetes. So apparently, there is something wrong with the eating habits of Indians.
Indians have started aping the West, and they've taken up to fast food a lot now, especially in urban areas, urban living. Too much of pizzas, too much of burgers, and too much of sandwiches, too much of pasta, penne, etc. has really killed the nutritional quotient here. So of course the lifestyle is bad, food eating habits are very disastrous, and we need to dramatically improve. In fact, now the West gradually is moving towards vegetarianism, veganism. You know, they are going towards more of salads, Mediterranean kind of food, and we Indians are going the other way.
Little wonder the change in our food and sedentary lifestyle has resulted in Indians getting diabetes on average 10 years earlier than their Western counterparts. Lifestyle changes have led to decreased physical activity, increased consumption of fat, sugar and calories, and higher stress levels, affecting insulin sensitivity and obesity.
The reasons for lifestyle diseases in today's world is basically inactivity, junk food, and as I mentioned earlier, that we are taking very few steps because of mobiles, because of usage of elevators and escalators everywhere we go, and in polluted city you wouldn't want to take a step to go to the, say, a kilometer away if your friend's house. You would rather take a car because of the pollution. So that's what we all are facing, that we don't want to take extra steps. You would, to come to my floor, which is 4th floor, you must have come by lift. Yeah, so that's what we all do. So our so that has given rise to high cholesterol and diabetes, obesity, and many such ailments. Back pain, knee pain. Back pain is the most common problem today. Back pain, knee pain, all that is because of inactivity. Diabetes just does not hit you in the right in the beginning. It is like it has an incubation period of maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, where the first symptom of impending diabetes is actually weight gain. So when we see anyone with a big belly and hair loss, first we make them do a whole diabetic profile. We have a specialized test we order for them and understand where they are standing. Then we direct them to the right medical help. So we have lots of doctors in Bombay whom we consult regularly with, or we send our clients.
86% of adults consume less than 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a week. Improving one's eating habits and having the right nutrients in meals can save the day.
So the key nutrients one should include in the daily diet are proteins and fats. The latest fad is that people go on a liquid diet or they go on a raw diet, which is only fruits and vegetables, which is basically carbs. So we tell the clients that you must understand the building blocks, which is what is your body made up of and what your body basically requires. So what the body requires is proteins, which comes from vegetarian sources, from pulses and milk and curd and paneer, and non-vegetarian additional sources like meat, chicken, fish and eggs. So I tell them that don't move these. These are your basic food which you must consume, and take carbs as per the energy you expend, because carbs are only required for energy expenditure. So, and as you know that in today's world our energy requirements have really gone down. As you would see, we hardly take, if we were used to taking 7,000 steps 15 years ago, because of automation we are taking 2,000 to 3,000 steps. So our requirement for bread, pizza, pasta, upma, poha, roti, rice, biscuits have really gone down. So I'm not saying don't have any carbs or go on a high protein diet. Have carbs but in a very limited quantity. Fruits and vegetables are also carbs, so have them but in a limited quantity to give you enough fiber and vitamins. So your breakfast could be a balance of protein, fats and carbs, where an ideal meal you could say for vegetarian would be milk or curd with upma, poha or a sandwich, which is milk or curd is your protein, and non-vegetarians can also opt for eggs instead of milk and curd. Lunch can be a balance of very little carbs, that is rice or roti, along with protein, which could be for vegetarians dals and pulses, and for non-vegetarians chicken and fish, vegetables for the fiber, and dairy. We stress a lot on dairy, like curd, what is a traditional Hindu meal, roti, dal, sabji, dahi, is the best meal to have. So we insist a lot on dahi because of the probiotic nature of the curd. And then we come to evening snacks. In evening snacks is just to sustain you through the day. So it could be just very little carbs with tea, coffee to give your energies to last till dinner. Then dinner also should be like lunch. So that's what we believe in, that never give up your proteins, which is one should be had for breakfast, 2 at least for lunch and 2 at least for dinner.
Looks like Indians are slowly but surely becoming health conscious. They have begun to take their eating habits and exercise seriously. So while food and exercise are necessary to keep you up and going, yet you need an insurance cover to protect you and your family financially in case of an eventuality.
Well, I agree with Mickey Mehta when he says Indians are aping the West in terms of food habits. Pizzas and pastas perhaps do not suit the Indian constitution. Genetically, we are different. This is why perhaps there's a huge rise in lifestyle diseases. As for eating habits, we need to have a balanced diet with the right mix of protein and carbohydrate as endorsed by nutritionist Suman Agarwal. To my mind, urban India has realized the importance of good life and are taking their eating habits and exercise seriously. On that optimistic note, time for another short break. When we come back, we take a look at the need for a smart insurance cover in this fast-paced world. Stay tuned.
Exciting time, 25 years, and it's grown, become something that the whole world recognizes today.
These are a time of tectonic change in the industry and in India.
China is the manufacturing powerhouse in the world, but India really has become the IT powerhouse.
Renowned corporate firms battle in the final war zone.
I'm not looking after exquisite presentation, but it all depends on the plate.
I think the team which did the best was the ones who kept the cool.
Putting them under pressure, I believe a lot of us come out with the best.
It's the ultimate fight for the Champions Trophy. Catch Kitchen Wars at these times only on CNBC-TV18. Presented by Whirlpool Proton World Series Refrigerator with 6 Sense Active Fresh technology. A new standard in freshness. Whirlpool, designed to delight.
The only way not to think about money is to have a great deal of it. Whether you want to find out how you can pay less tax or buy the latest iPhone, a holiday in Europe, or get a new set of wheels, and own your own apartment, we'll tell you how to earn, save and spend your money the intelligent way. Money, money, money at these times only on CNBC TV18.
Presented by Pentad Securities.
Presented by Omax, turning dreams into reality.
सच है विकसित भारत का सपना, दुनिया में अव्वल देश है अपना, सब मिलकर खुशहाल मुल्क करे, समय पर सही केंद्रीय उत्पाद शुल्क भरे।
CNBC-TV18 and HUL's lessons in marketing excellence improved our ideation and presentation skills. We were coached by experts on how to ideate sharply and also how to present it better. By giving us real-life case study challenges to solve, Lessons in Marketing Excellence offered us a platform to really make a difference.
CNBC-TV18 and HUL present Lessons in Marketing Excellence, Season 6.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited. Associate sponsor Frederic Constance Geneve.
Welcome back. Some statistics don't do a country proud. A latest report says the monthly sales figure of anti-diabetic medicine far outsells antibiotic. This lends credence to the fact that India is on its way to become the diabetes capital. This is frightening. Even though the standard of living of an average Indian has gone up, the standard of health seems to be falling. So how do we fight this health battle which is making a big hole in our pockets? We talked to insurance experts to find the way out. Take a look.
Lifestyle diseases like diabetes are deadly. It is a secular disease that affects every organ of your body, from head to toes. Thus, a diabetic patient is more immune to cardiac stroke and life expectancy is reduced by 30% in diabetics as compared to non-diabetics. This translates into a loss of 8 years of life. There is also a possibility of loss of vision due to macular edema. They are at an increased risk of complications from wound healing. Due to the decreased blood flow, injuries heal slowly than in people who do not have the disease. So it is imperative to improve one's lifestyle to keep this disease at bay with basic medication and proper diet.
Diet for high BP, cholesterol and diabetes. Everything goes hand in hand. So we call this, or the combination of these three diseases, as metabolic syndrome, which most of the youth is suffering from in today's world, and even the older generation. So what we do is, as I mentioned, we cut down their carbs, give them a fat restricted diet but not a fat free diet, because fats are very important for us, because fats are responsible, we think, only for joints and lubrication, but they are also responsible for your immunity. So we make sure that there is a presence of oil and fats in your diet, and not totally fat free, and we cut down the carbs, which helps in diabetes. We increase the fiber, so which helps them in controlling their cholesterol and also controls their diabetes. And we introduce actually milk protein for them for blood pressure. So curd, really having 2 bowls of curd for lunch and dinner actually helps them for blood pressure. So we control all three diseases with a very healthy plan. And we have seen great results with this.
A diet with key nutrients coupled with the right set of physical activities would ring fence you to a large extent from this disease.
My advice on workout would be that first get into orientation of a workout. Okay? So there is once again a Vedic saying which says that attention energizes, intention transforms. So put your attention on your breath. Energize yourself. Get back into rhythm, your biorhythm, okay? Restore your bioclocks. So breathe in, breathe out. Then slowly get up, get into a warm-up. You know, move yourself slowly from neck to toes, downwards, gradually. Open up, start circulating, start oxygenating, start stretching, start contracting, and gradually get into a progressive mode. And please, add on the intensity and the types of exercises slowly every day. Don't be in a rush to become a Superman in a day. Go very slow, try and do it under guided supervision. Otherwise, simply be in the flow. If you're there in your being, if you're present in the present moment awareness, your body will guide you what to do. And then gradually get into simple postures with simple breathing in and simple breathing out. Breathing in when you're doing the relaxing part, breathing out when you're doing the efforting part. Stretch to the fullest, but don't overdo. Contract to the fullest, but don't go overboard. Always exercise submaximal. Never exercise to the point of exhaustion, otherwise you've lost the point of exercising.
Some of the diseases are genetic, so despite a healthy lifestyle, there are chances of people being diagnosed with them. At the same time, we are not immune to communicable diseases due to the presence of various bacteria and germs in the environment. So it makes an eminent sense to cover your medical costs by taking cover for yourself and your family. Or else, your personal finances could go awry. Buying a health insurance is also a preventive measure, though it will not save us from the pain which one goes through after being diagnosed with diseases, but would surely protect us financially without denting our savings to a major extent.
It's extremely important to manage the healthcare cost given the inflation that we are seeing in the country. So if you look at medical inflation, it's going at roughly about 10 to 15% in the country. Having said that, the first principle always should be preventive care. And in terms of preventive care, you're talking about managing your diet and health well, exercising, avoiding smoking, alcohol, these aspects. But when it comes to medical inflation and managing your healthcare cost, the best way to hedge that risk is through health insurance. And what we are also finding is the way the costs are getting inflated. I think the awareness of health insurance is increasing in this country. And we are also finding that more and more younger people are getting into buying health insurance simply because the incident rate of some of these events are happening at a younger age.
While a good cover is essential, but it is not a panacea for good health. The key to good health lies with each one of us individually. Sure, all of us are living in a fast-paced world, but 24 hours is long enough to take control of our life by doing regular exercise and eating the right kind of food. The age-old proverb, early to bed and early to rise, makes one healthy, wealthy and wise, holds good even today. That's all we have in this episode. Thank you very much. Keep watching CNBC TV 18.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.
Presented by ICICI Lombard Health Insurance. Journal partner, The Indian Practitioner. Exclusive media partner, Medgate. Magazine partner, Drug Today Medical Times. And Healthcare Executive. On-ground partner, Inox.
Surround your senses with the world's first curved UHD TV from Samsung.
Lessons in Marketing Excellence is all about creative ideas and taking them to build brands which will resonate with the youth of the country. In this event, we would be looking at not only the new businesses, but we would also be looking at businesses which are reinventing themselves.